Hey there, I'm Abel from Macadamia, and today we're launching Oswald. Oswald is an AI copilot for mechanical engineers. Here we connected it with Ansys, which is the industry leader in engineering simulation. So let's get started, and let's ask you to perform a structural analysis for a cantilever. We're going to add the model and then give it to Oswald. And then it's going to start with asking us some questions. So first, it's going to ask us about material properties, and we're just going to add an image. You can also add any other documentation, PDF or something, where this material information is defined. So here we're using structural steel. We can see here that it has correctly identified all the properties from the image, extracted information, and now it asks us for the boundary conditions. So a fixed support and a load application. We are going to upload the schematic right here, which gives us the experiment setup. So it's just a cantilever fixed on the left side with a force. And again, we see here that it extracts all the information correctly. That's good. And now it says it's going to import the geometry and set up a structural analysis system in Ansys. To please hold, and that it's thinking very deeply. So let's wait for a second until this is done. Okay, so we can see that it imported the geometry and a structural system here and imported the geometry into it. Which is good. And now we see that it's still busy and that it has just opened Ansys Mechanical, it seems, and there's a process in progress, which is setting up or opening up Mechanical. We can see here that it just appeared, which is great. It says indeed opened Ansys Mechanical and that the geometry has been imported. Great. And now it asks us for selecting a face for the fixed support. So one of the things that is important with these simulations is that you get that spatial understanding or that intuition from engineers that they have. And we made it really easy where you can just select the face, for example, and say this one. And that the AI can actually understand, okay, how is this object structured? On what do I need to apply the loads, which is pretty good. Now it's asks us for the phase where the pressure is applied. So we'll select this one right here. This is the top one, yeah. And then just say this one. So here we can see that it saves the selections and that it's going to be used later for running the simulation itself. So now it starts to think very deeply again because it's going to set up all the things necessary to run the simulation and get us some results. Okay, we see that it has meshed the object, which is good. We have a fine mesh, perfect. And now it is going to set up, run this simulation. So this information comes from the image that we uploaded earlier, this one right here. And now we can see down here that it's preparing the mathematical model, running all the simulations to get here. Two outputs, it's going to give us equivalent stress and total deformation. Both sound to be pretty okay. This normally can take a few hours if you have more complex models. Luckily, this model is quite simple. So let's wait a minute until the simulation is done. Okay, the simulation seems to be complete. So let's move this right here for a second. And let's move this one here. And then see, we have an equivalent stress. So to repeat, we have a fixed support back there and a variable load pressure on top. And then we have an equivalent stress right here that we can see being animated. Seems about right. And then a total deformation, which is here the strongest. So that's Oswald for you. It can set up, run, and analyze simulations. And if you use Ansys and have simulations that can be automated or accelerated, then please reach out.